Have you ever looked up at the sun and wondered what would happen if it just disappeared? Not in 5 billion years, but right now. Imagine waking up to a world plunged into eternal darkness. This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. It's a fascinating thought experiment about the ultimate cosmic blackout. What would life on Earth be like if our star went dark forever? First, let's get one thing straight. We wouldn't know it happened for about 8.5 minutes. That's how long it takes for sunlight to travel from the sun to Earth. So, for those few minutes, everything would seem completely normal. But then, it would hit us instantaneously. Day would turn into a night darker than any you've ever experienced. The sky would be filled with stars, unobscured by the sun's glare. A breathtaking but terrifying sight. The moon would vanish too, as it only shines by reflecting sunlight. Panic would set in almost immediately. Power grids would likely fail under the sudden, unprecedented demand for light. The internet and communication systems would be overloaded. But the loss of light is just the beginning. The real problem is the cold. Without the sun's constant warmth, Earth would start radiating its heat away into space, and fast. The global average temperature, currently around 15 degrees Celsius, would plummet. Within a week, it would drop to around 0 degrees. Within a month, we'd be looking at minus 20 degrees Celsius. By the end of the first year, the global average temperature would be a bone-chilling minus 73 degrees. This catastrophic drop in temperature would trigger a series of devastating events. Oceans would begin to freeze over, starting from the surface and gradually thickening. Within a few months, a thick layer of ice would cover the entire globe, turning our blue planet into a giant, frozen snowball. This ice layer would actually help insulate the deep oceans, trapping some of the planet's residual geothermal heat. But what about life on the surface? Well, it's not a pretty picture. Photosynthesis, the foundation of most life on Earth, would stop instantly. Plants would wither and die within weeks. Herbivores would starve shortly after, followed by the carnivores that prey on them. The food chain, as we know it, would completely collapse. Humans would face an unimaginable struggle for survival. Our only hope would be to move underground or to areas with geothermal activity, like Iceland or Yellowstone. We'd have to rely on geothermal, nuclear, or our dwindling fossil fuel reserves for heat and power. Growing food would be impossible on the surface. We'd have to turn to hydroponics and artificial lighting in subterranean farms, assuming we could generate enough energy. It would be a desperate existence, a constant battle against the encroaching cold and darkness. The atmosphere itself would change. As the planet cools, the air would become denser. Eventually, components of our atmosphere, like carbon dioxide and then nitrogen, would freeze and fall to the surface as a kind of alien snow. The sky would clear, leaving just a thin veil of helium and hydrogen. Earth would become a silent, frozen world, drifting through the cosmos. But is all life doomed? Surprisingly, no. While surface life would be wiped out, life in the deep ocean, clustered around hydrothermal vents, would barely notice a thing. These ecosystems don't rely on sunlight. They thrive on chemical energy, seeping from the Earth's core. For these strange and wonderful creatures, life would go on, completely oblivious to the catastrophe that unfolded on the surface. It is a humbling reminder that life is incredibly resilient and can exist in the most extreme conditions imaginable. For humanity, however, the outlook is bleak. Surviving long-term would require a level of technological prowess and global cooperation we've never seen before. We would become a species of miners and deep earth dwellers, huddled around the planet's last vestiges of warmth. We'd be living on a spaceship, our own Earth, but its engine, the sun, would have died. So, the next time you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, take a moment to appreciate it. Our star is the silent, steadfast engine of our world, the source of all light, all warmth, and almost all life. Without it, our vibrant blue marble would become just another cold, dark rock wandering through the infinite void of space. It's a stark reminder of how fragile our existence truly is, and how lucky we are to be here in this perfect, sunlit moment. Thanks for watching. If you found this cosmic journey as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the what-ifs of our universe. Stay curious.